Hello everyone and welcome back to another live stream. We've got those bananas in chat down there, infamously Alex, thank you. Carrot King, appreciate it. KRS Mitt, T Monkey T, The Physics, Farime, thank you everyone. Platinum Dollars, Cool Patrick, Danger Beasts tweets. Is that sweets? Man, chat moves so fast these days. Shredwood, banana, thank you. Thank you to everyone for the bananas, that means that we're live. That means you can hear me and that my chair needs sorting out. There we go. There's my chair sorted out. Cool. Let's log in. Let's do this. Today's pre-stream song was Calm for the Restless, Within These Walls. Hope you enjoyed that one. Really nice little acoustic number there. And I got a plan for today's stream. My plan is not open, which worries me because... Oh, actually, no. It would be quite easy to get to it. There it is. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, right, just putting the plan on the screen somewhere where I can read it. So we have some things to do. And I wanted to start off by caving. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do. But I think I'm a little bit more situated for doing something else. So we're going to start off with building a path. And I'm going to dump like stuff I don't need in here. That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? There we go. So things I do need is grass and dirt. And probably more. So if I need more, I'm going to buy some more, right? Because there's a shop. Shop for buying grass from. It's not an illegal shop. Little bit of a joke there. Some of you are like, what? Others are like, oh, Asuma, why'd you have to do that? So I've been working on a bridge over here. And we've got a noise on my ear here from Ramuko. Resubscribing for 3 months in a row. Thank you for the epic support. Here is a little... Oh, there it is. I pressed right click to block. A little shovel shuffle for you, or a spoon shuffle. And the physics says, today has been a great day for me. That is awesome to hear. I'm glad you've had a good day. I have had a decent day, but I feel like I could have been more productive. And it's annoying because as the time gets past you and you're not feeling like you're being productive, it gets harder to turn it around. You know what I mean? But anyway, I'll catch up with myself tomorrow. Look B says, do you still watch Unary bit? He has a new small invention. Alright, is that the way to get mobs into minecarts? Because I've seen that, and yes, I follow him. I really like what the things that he's contributed to the community, so to speak. To me, Annie... I can't say the rest of your name. I need to shorten people's names now. I just got here. What did I miss? You haven't missed anything really. I've literally just started digging away this clay. So if digging clay is your thing, then you missed out on some of that. But I guess it's not. When will you build the bridge? Says the Waltz. This will be done on Saturday's episode. So I was going to build it all today actually, and then I decided that what I would do is start it and then wait until the live stream was over because of spoilers and stuff. And I guess that means on Friday's stream, I'm gonna have to come up with something to do that isn't, you know, gonna spoil it. I was like, I'm not gonna be bothered about spoilers, but I'm annoyed by spoiling my own content, if that makes sense. I don't mind if someone else wandered over and showed off the bridge I built. I'll be like, oh right, then you know it's gonna happen, isn't it? But I'm trying to avoid spoiling my own. Hi X, did you see the 7 slime chunk seed? Columbo, I have not seen that. Doesn't surprise me that there is one. I imagine if like someone like the Zipground people or whatever made a little program, you could probably find one with like 8 chunks together or something crazy. Be super rare though. Found your armor yet? Says the junk. The junk. I can't even read your name, my friend. Yes, and we're wearing it right now, which is great. We got it all back and we're wearing it. It's awesome. So, someone's asking, am I going to make a McDonald's arc? No, I'm mining up this clay because we're going to do a little bit of terraforming or something. No, not terraforming, landscaping, that's the word. Cool, so this yellow clay, by the way, is ugly. The whole thing is going to go. And we're going to put a path in here, and on the other side we'll probably put some hardened clay back in. Because, man, this stuff is disgusting, right? And Ramuko says, I am building a 3 chunk slime farm currently without beacons. I gotta say, like, I think it's worth getting a beacon if you can. It's worth hunting down those wither skeletons because beacons save a lot of time. Animal says, XVX banana, sorry I'm late. Just joined and couldn't do it when you went live. No problem at all, buddy. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the banana. Harif KS says, why don't you have instant mine? Because we're not near a beacon. That is not near enough to a beacon that we need to be. How many gigabytes of RAM is allocated to the Hermitcraft server? My Dual YouTube, 5 gigabytes, I believe. A little bit of an odd number. Usually it doubles as it goes up. However, I will tell you, if you do run a server, 5 gigabytes is kind of excessive for vanilla. Probably only really need 2, but you know, we got 5. CPU is the thing that helps with Minecraft. Same for graphics, just CPU is where it's at 'cause it's all written in Java. The Super Dazzler says, hey Asuma, how are you? Also, are we going to get a fake face cam this stream or the real face cam ever? No face cam of any kind today. Ron Bashar has resubscribed for 8 months in a row. Thank you for the epic support, buddy. Here is a little shuffle for you. It is a pick shuffle. And I should probably let all of you know who are subscribers that we're doing a UHC this weekend. God, I must not forget about that. As I say it, I'm like, have I made any plans this weekend? No, I don't think I have. Yeah, so check your email. I think I use Twitch to send an email to everyone, something like that. So somewhere on Twitch you'll have a message letting you know where to go and what to do. Hey X, I just wanted to hi, says Brixie. Thank you, Brixie. Hi to you. I've also got a tea here. We need tea reminders. It's been 6 minutes, I reckon. I reckon about another 6 minutes and it'll be ready to try. Hey everyone, I'm doing the Iron Titan, says Mr. King. Mr. King, good luck with the Iron Titan. That is one heck of a task, I do believe. May it bring you all the iron you need. Pararhyme says, any upcoming gigs, X? Yeah, Killing Joke announced another gig, so I'm going to that. And then I found someone else that went under my radar and got a ticket for. I can't remember who the other act is. It's been a little bit quiet on the gig front this year. Not a lot of stuff announced yet. Gonna see most of what I want to watch at download by the looks of it. Someone says, make a tea shop. A tea shop would be great, wouldn't it? Sanil says, hey X, I just joined, sorry for being late. Do you know what, Sanil? I do not accept your apology for being late. It's unacceptable. How on earth could you not be here on time? I'm joking. I'm joking. You don't have to apologise. You don't have to do that. Right, so the path itself is going to be at this height, right? So when we dig out the clay here, we get some to put around it at the other end. This sort of looks like it's going to struggle to work here as well. Right, so I reckon what we want is more yellow clay, apparently. Apparently I like yellow clay. We're going to cut this bit out, widen it up a little, and then it's going to drop down again not too long after, because this stuff right here is going to look ugly. It's going to look ugly. Alright. So then somewhere down here is going to be the next set. Excuse me. Two Dimensions says, I built the 64 Titan on cows. It was well worth it. Awesome. Yeah. 64. Honestly, I don't think building the ones that big are. The thing is, they run round the clock. So unless you plan on using stupid amounts of iron, you're always going to have the iron. That's sort of the way I look at it. You got an excessive amount. I just need to plop this down all the way because we're not doing anything fancy here. We're just making sure there's a path for someone else or maybe me to elaborate on later. So if we just consider that that's going to go like that, then we'll drop down right here. We also just got a noise right in my ear hole. Let's have a look. It is Fulks once again saying, here, money, have, dead from writing lab reports. There's only so much you can say about Drosophilia. Drosophilia. Love heart. Thank you, folks. As always, do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the stream we do today. And I have to remember. Now, I'm terrible at remembering. You don't need me to tell you that. I'm going to look up what that is later on and find out and see what it is that you have been doing. It sounds like a phobia to me, or a thing. Like, I'm not going to compare it to any other philia words. Because there's always one that comes to mind. I can't think of any others. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah, but it sounds like something like that, right? I think. Anyway, I'll go look it up. So we came back to get some slabs. That is what we came back to get. I didn't want to forget. Right, we will... Now, why are they not all sort of like that? That would have been nice. We'll take those 47. There we go. All in one stack would have been easier. Sarsaw says, hi all. Hey, Sarsaw, welcome to stream, buddy. Drosophila is a fruit fly. It's the scientific name for them. Alright, so it's a creature. It's an existence. A thing of existence is what it is. Apparently. Right, I'm going to put these torches just down over here by one. So that we know the edges are at least lit up a little bit. There's a spider spawning over here already. Looks like someone else already had the idea of putting it down there. And quick with a sword. Bam! Someone in chat says it's a fly, not a phobia. Yes, we've gathered that now. The old Twitch chat delay for you. And over here looks good. Maybe one extra one right there. Yeah, okay. And we got another donation, another noise in my ear from Athena93W. Oh, donating 666, sign of the beast. What's going on there? Saying, have some tea on me. Thank you. I have my tea right here, and your timing is impeccable because it's tea reminder time, if ever there was some. So, people in chat are asking, or the old dictionary is asking, does Fawkes work in genetics? Interesting. That's up to Fawkes to answer. Oh, she says, that is right, people. I've spent the last month breeding fruit flies. Wow. That sounds like fascinating stuff, but the way you talked about it, I imagine the fascination when you do it like every day might not be quite the same. Let's put a little bit here, there, and there, so we can get rid of the dark patches. And I'm going to sip this tea then. Drink tea, streamer, says CX Lazy. Thank you for the reminder. I will drink tea. Yeah, that is definitely on the hot side, but drinkable. I like it. Mr. Mancho Gaming says, is the tea some sort of joke, or is it just a UK thing? It's definitely a British thing, but anyone can drink tea. Tea is a drink. It's a drink that is very nice, and people that drink tea like tea and like to apparently talk about it if they stream. Curiously Awkward says, who is Fawkes? Fawkes is a long time watcher and supporter here on the stream. She's in chat if you want to say hello to her. She says, I'm studying for a degree in chemistry, but genetics is a minor module for extra credit. Just a minor module, just doing a bit of genetics on the side. Don't worry about me. Just creating a human hybrid. What? Huh? Let's widen this path up for this bit here. I reckon widening it up's gonna look. Oh yeah, no, wait, aren't we dropping down again? Oh, maybe we'll just drop down here. I think my plan was to drop down again somewhere around here. I also brought myself back some half slabs for a reason, and that was to do this. Actually, I think you can go. And that clay looks yuck. There we go. Maybe this bit. So that looks quite nice. Then bump. Yeah, that flows. It's got flow. What's your favourite cuisine? Cuisine being... You know, I'm not sure what the actual word means. Man, that guy is strutting. Get out. Oi! Ow, cheeky fella. Cuisine is just a fancy word for a meal, right? Or for food in general. I'm not sure if it's got a little bit more of a specific term than that. But my favourite cuisine would be enchiladas. I'm really fond of Mexican food. And wow, chat is just going fast all of a sudden. I absolutely love British tea. Goldshire tea is amazeballs, says Defencemen. What's that? Goldshire? That sounds interesting. I got to try more teas, man. I like this Earl Grey that I got right here. It's a good tea. Have the two paths split and then build something like a fountain in between. Now that is actually a really cool idea. I don't think I'll be up for... Oh, I don't know. Maybe we could try and build something. I do have other things to do this stream. What's the most important thing? Building the path is. And just looking at my lists, yeah, the other stuff isn't terribly important, although one thing I can make use of, in fact, yeah, there is one other thing. But anyway, that sounds like a cool idea. P3 pieces, do you have braces in real life? Now, I don't have braces, but as you said it, I can't remember if I had or haven't had braces before, and I'm going to just instinctively say I have, but that amuses me that I can't remember. Oh, that's a worrying sign, really, isn't it? Anyway, blaze rods, they're in chat again, from Harry, and Regani says, do you like Pink Floyd? Absolutely. Big fan of Pink Floyd. There was another message I was going to read, but it's disappeared. Let's scroll up. What are you making, X? That was the one. Boa harms. Yes, I picked out your message. You see, chat. When I look at chat moves quickly, and I tend to like look and grab a few messages sometimes at once in my mind, and then read them one by one. Then they move off the screen. And also, Fenneman's here. He says you're getting old. Happy birthday, Fenno. You're getting old, my friend. Oh, it's Fenneman's birthday today, people. Give him some love hearts in chat and wish him a happy birthday. Hope you have a good one, Fenno, anyway. Just joined your stream, X. Have you built the bridge on your server yet? Niam XD, if you want to see it, it is on the server. It's not built over here yet. You know, there's always spoilers on my plot because I build stuff in creative first. I really love doing that. I wish I could do it in a way where I could incorporate it a little bit more into my videos, because I actually have like a really fun time making like design choices, but I feel like a lot of them get left out of the video. There's loads of love hearts for Fenno. I'll tell you all now, you've been trolled. It's not his birthday. It's an ongoing joke with Fenno that I can't remember how it started. I really can't, but I know it happened on the server, and basically everyone was saying happy birthday when it wasn't, and then it became a running joke. And then I probably took that joke too far at several several points. Like every day Fenno logs in, I just say happy birthday. Anyway, we've got a new subscriber joining us here on the channel. It is Kanzo. Kanzo, is that okay? Here is a torch shuffle for you. Thank you for joining us here on the channel as a subscriber. Appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoy the stream. This path, man, I'm using up some of my dirt here because otherwise it's going to cost us diamonds. It will, believe me. Just scatter this along so the grass can grow to it, and we can actually free up a bit of inventory space. So it's over here that we're then going to split the path up in two, which needs to be done in a way that a horse can get through here. And man, we need to build some like more horse stables around the place. That would be a smart idea. Okay, so there's a lot of chat going on in chat. Some of it I want to scroll back up and read. Fenneman says, sounds like something that Autumn would do. He says he can't remember how it started either. It wasn't Autumn. It was definitely when James was on. I think it was just like something really like a friendly mistake. Someone genuinely thought it was your birthday, but who knows. Right, we've got to go buy some more grass. So off to the shop we go. We're also... so interesting question here from That's Not Irony saying, hey X, do you ever think you'll switch over to Beam for streaming with Impulse and Tango? Now, I really like some of the features that they're offering, like no latency on your chat. That's a great one. I don't know what else they're offering. That's just the one that sounds great. We don't need those arrows, don't worry about that. Just freeing up a little bit of space. But I can't choose to switch because I have a contract with Twitch. That's why I haven't done any streaming on YouTube. The only place I can stream is here on Twitch. Yeah, so I mean that's like, I'm not saying that in a bad way. I didn't realise it when I signed it because no one ever reads all that jargon. I could have given them the rights to turn me into the human centipede or something. You never know. Little South Park reference there. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't state when I make a reference. Felt like I had to. Right, so we'll come to the noise in my ear in a second. Probably going to need another 4 of those. This shop's great, by the way. Wells, probably not watching. I don't think he's around at this time, but yeah, keep it stocked up. It's a good shop. Man, what was I going to say? Where was I going with that? Yeah, basically, I didn't realise at the time I'd signed up to Twitch, and I couldn't stream anywhere else. And do you know what? It's like you don't want to move anywhere else once you've got this established and settled on a platform, you know? I really like it. Streaming so often. Does the contract expire, says Ash Bradley? I don't even know. Like, I haven't got the time to look at it, you know? And then if you want to get like a lawyer to read a contract, well then, see you later, you're going to be down a lot of money. Oh. Yeah, lawyers are expensive. Now that looks a little bit better, I reckon. By the way, Cleo's build here, really, really great, but I think she should build a garden around it or something, because it just sort of sits out on the yellow clay, you know? How long are your stream, says the Waltz? For another hour and 40 minutes. My plan is to do 2 hours today, and then we'll see how we are at 2 hours. And we got donations coming in here, so I better read them, but I'm going to have a sip of my tea first. What was your axe name, says TV Patrick, or is that Patak? It's actually Patak. So you guys have got to see the next episode of Hermitcraft, because my axe is named Spruce Willis. Oh, it's a Logfellas axe. It's David Real, says I resubbed and it didn't go through. David Real, thank you so much for resubscribing. I don't know why it didn't go through, but you get a little Spruce Willis shuffle just for you, my friend. And we've got a donation here from TX Avocado saying, love the streams and all the work you do on YouTube. Keep up the awesome work. Love from Texas. Awesome. I love it when people let me know where they're from. Now, chat, I bet you right now chat will not explode with loads of names of places. I can guarantee you that's not what's about to happen. Either way, thank you so much for your donation. Do appreciate it. I hope you enjoy today's stream. We've got another one here from too many I can't read it. Too many Garadi. That's what I'm going to call you. Oh, and it says there, Gaia die. Plural of... I can't read any of this, my friend. Hey X, my girlfriend, and I love what the videos and streams. Watching you and the other hermits really inspires us and made us more creative. Hoping to make a channel of our own soon. Have a great stream. Thank you so much for your donation. I fully encourage you to follow your creativity and to make a channel if that's what you think you want to do. You know, being creative is great. I'm all about creativity. I'm just wondering if I should lower this down. That's why I wanted over here. You see, before I did Minecraft, I was a creative. I've always been a creative person. I guess that sometimes I maybe didn't realise it. But before Minecraft, I never had such an open platform to engage with other people creatively, and I don't want to put those there. This is the edge of our path, so yeah, because I'm not terraforming that. So yeah, anyway, if you want to have a go at doing YouTube, like, go for it. Like, just make sure you do it out of the intention of having fun. You've probably heard me say that before. I did it for fun. It was just something I was interested in. Then it leads to something else, you know. If you're going to make videos, just make sure you have fun. Don't let all this crazy YouTube and Twitch nonsense get in the way of that, because like, having aspirations is good, but you know, it's not quite what you think it is. Like, the fun has to come first. Yeah, so you set me off on one there. Thank you for the donation. Do appreciate it. Hope you enjoy the stream. We've got resubscribe 9 months in a row. It's Ouija Ben. Thank you so much. Have a let's see, what have we done yet? The bow. Have a flame shuffle just for you, my friend. Thank you for your continued support, and hope you enjoy the stream. Gravy Tunnel says, X, why don't you do shout outs if it helps potentially bigger? Let's go read that. If it helps potentially build a bigger community. Gravy Tunnel, you may just set me off on one here. Now, I'm not sure what you're trying to say 100%, but you give me a talking point here. So, I think you were trying to say about shouting out other people who do, like, who make videos or do all that kind of stuff, you know, and helping other people grow. I have always been one for liking videos, giving credit where other people have, you know, like, helped you directly. Sometimes it can be a little bit indirect, let's say. Like, you can sort of be inspired by someone, and you might go do something that's sort of similar to theirs. Like, I'm talking about where you see someone do something, you're like, I'm going to do that, and this person, you know, people should know about them. I've always been one to stick to doing that. Like, it's a good thing. It's better for the community. It's, you know, better for you. These people help you when they inspire you or do cool things and share it with the community. So I'm all about that support, you know. And I think you were I don't know what you were talking about. Just talking about, yeah, giving shout outs to other people. So whenever I see a good channel, I don't specifically go out of my way to shout them out, so to speak, but I subscribe, and if I enjoy the videos, I'll like them, you know, and those likes will probably be seen by some of you. That's kind of how YouTube works, as I'm sure you know. Everyone says hit the like button. Yeah, so Jamaramo says, or Jamramo says, surely you would love shout-outs, because didn't a shout-out from Doc boost you? Yes, it did. Okay, so there's different types of shout-outs, right? When someone says, like, I get it occasionally, hey X, can you give me a shout out in your next video? I might get a comment. And it's just from, like, let's say to me, a random person, you know, and I'm thinking, well, like, that's not what I do, but I also don't understand why people want to just be shouted out, like, you know, someone from chat, you know, shout out to Iron Redstone, he likes salt. Literally what he just wrote, assuming it's a he. And, like, you know, you shout out people where they do something, right? So in the terms of the shout out that Doc gave to me, I'd done something, I know that, and I would shout out people who do things too, but I don't think I do it in the form where I say, hey, it's a shout out to so and so or anything like that. I just mention it in a video and say, hey, you know, go check out this other person, link in description box, that kind of thing, you know. So yeah, we gone on off one there. Edgemaster says shout out to shout outs. Some sort of shout outception going on here. Right, I'm going to push this back a little bit. I think this is where it needs to dip, like right now, as it converges and rejoins. Something like that. Okay, so in order for this to be like a decent path, we need to make sure this is like 3 wide, I think. So then that would be there. Now we can get away with that much, I reckon, in this sort of area. Maybe it's a little close there. Now, is that sort of 3 wide there as well? So there might be just a little something we can leave some space for here. Now that's 4. If I make that 5, it's not like a circle, but it's something. How's that go? Right, we'll play around with this a little bit. We've got, I mean, it's not a circle, but I don't want it to be a circle. I want it to be that shape. How's that sound? Also, I'm going to extend this out a little bit after, but we'll see. So it's pretty much all 3 wide over here, which is great. Now, in order to not, you know, show that shape from the outside here, we're going to do a little bit of this, like so. So that's where it's going to come back. And some more grass. Right, so let's have a look at chat again. Also, I'm going to have a sip of tea, because it's going to get cold at some point. Hey X, when are you going to do an actual face cam, says Rabid. I really just don't have any plans to. Fulk says a shout out to the... Oh, and chat moving extremely fast all of a sudden. Quick. Click on that thing. Fulk says a shout out to the shouters who want to get out, but rather than get outed as shout-outers. That confused me. We got a... Oh, well, let me have a sip of tea first. Let me have a sip of tea. Ah, delicious. Ion Redstone says shout out to people who like salt. Brilliant. Do you know, I'm not a terrible fan of salt. I don't never add salt to my vegetables or anything. Cedric22 has resubscribed for 11 months in a row. Thank you so much, buddy. Have a little torch shuffle. Approaching a year as well. Really do appreciate the support. As always, I hope you enjoy the stream. Any thoughts on Rattle That Lock, Asuma? I have no idea what Rattle That Lock is. I apologise for not knowing. Smudge DZ says, I love this music. It sounds kind of Japanese. It may have a little bit of an oriental vibe or twist to it. It may just do. Okay, I'm going to... Yeah, I'm going to go like that, I reckon. That'll look good. Now, am I going to have to spend more diamonds this stream, or have we got enough to fill it all in? Oh, we've still got the bit down the bottom to do as well as this. Rexdino says, shout out to Asuma. It looks like we're going to have to buy like another 2 stacks, I reckon. Thanks for the shout out, bud. We've got a noise in my ear donation here from Moakley9 saying, thanks so much for the awesome entertainment. Keep it up. No problem at all, buddy. Thank you for coming along and watching, and of course, thank you for the support. Really appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy the stream. The entertainment, as you put it. How you doing, X, says Abraham Brown. I'm doing great. How are you doing? Firefly TV says, do you remember me? I do remember your name, Firefly TV. Whenever I read it, I think of... there's a TV show called Firefly. It's got a bit of a cult following. I checked it out. It didn't really do anything for me, unfortunately. Yeah. How is the weather in the UK? I bet it's worse here in the Netherlands. Well, right now, it's been a sunny day. It rained a little bit. It always rains. The weather's been alright. It's starting to warm up at last. Shout out to the one stack of grass you still had in your inventory. Oh my god! Face farm. Timsy. Oh well, it doesn't matter. I'll be going back there to buy some more anyway, wouldn't I? At some point. Now that just annoys me. Okay, so this is alright. I reckon a few more bits and bobs over on this side. Don't know why, it just calls for it. A few more little bits through the middle. And we're in this area. And we really need some lights, so we'll put some down on these bits. Looking good. X, does YouTube Red benefit you? I do believe it does, but like you'll never really know because it just gives you a bunch of numbers that don't really mean anything. But yeah, apparently YouTube Red supports us. I think the idea is pretty simple. If you watch a video, that's like you watching that in terms of advertising is like a fraction of a cent, something like that, you know. So if you then sign up for YouTube Reds, and they're going to give, like, I think they give 50% of it to YouTubers. So then, like, you have to like watch the equivalent of 1,000+ videos a month for it to be worth less than the advertising revenue, something like that. So in general, I think it works out as a pretty good thing. And I remember there were loads of people panicking on it. And do you know what? Every time something like that happens, I think people just sort of hop on the drama train a little bit. I think I did it once as well. YouTube changed their layout, and I made a video about it, like, oh, this could be good, this could be bad, kind of thing. And I haven't done that really since, like, because I've realised, like, every time it comes around, YouTube makes a change. Like, YouTube goes on, it still just continues happening. And, you know, like, the YouTube layout didn't kill YouTube. Like, for the last 3 or 4 times it changed, everyone said it would. We got a noise in my ear here from Camille de Carroll for subscribing. Thank you so much for your subscription. Have a little shuffle right there. I'm sure that is a resubscribe. I recognise your name. Thank you for the support, and thank you to Luke Polton. I got it right today. I got it right. Hi X, I was watching Kurt J. Max stream yesterday, and he also called me Luke Pollution. So you're not the only one. Keep it up, buddy, Luke. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. That's hilarious. I don't know. Just when you try and read it quickly, it looks like pollution. You know, the brain does that thing where it reads like the last and the first letters, and it picks out a word. You know, gives it a little word check, and it's like, yep, that one's approved. And then later on, oh no, we got it wrong. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. Get out of it. Get out of it. You're not welcome here. See you later. Okay, so for this bit, I reckon our slabs will go like that. We'll also have a little bit that just peels off. And I think we need to step down again, and that step's going to happen just over here, in that little space. Yeah, actually, no, let's remove that, and we'll have slabs like this. Yeah, that looks cool. Then we just have to dig away this bit. X, do you like my name, says The Foods. The Foods? Yep, I got no problem with your name. I don't know why you chose The Foods. Sounds like a band name. Oh, man. I was reading, like, some band names the other day. Like, you got The Doors, you got The Stones, like, all these the. And I was thinking, The Doors are, you know, The Windows. I came up with some other ones. My mind just went blank. I think there's a group called The Cars. I don't know. I came up with some funny ones, but my brain goes blank right now. Yeah, like you got the. You could have the. That's just a bit much, isn't it? What did you think of Mumbo's prank? Tom the Giant, I thought it was a great opportunity to advertise. We appreciate Mumbo's donation to our shop and highlighting the opportunity to advertise to us. But you'll have to wait tomorrow's video to know all about that. A little bit of a exclusive preview / hint there. Right, so we want this to probably stay quite strong for a moment here, just so it kind of melds or mixes a bit easier. I reckon that could do it. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe pinch an extra one off the side. Up it goes. And I think we're sort of done here. Are we not? Yeah, right, we've left a little bit of room for a fountain, but we've put the path going all the way across. Joe is going to be happy with that because he has been wanting to ride his horse over here all the time. And it's just been that temporary bridge and then no path. X, who's your favourite footballer? I don't have a favourite footballer. If I thought about it, I could probably pick out a few names of footballers who I'm impressed with or I've seen do some cool stuff, if you know what I mean. But it's never something that's like on the brink of my mind. Add grass on the grass. What? I think we're done with all that. Okay, so I can put away this iron clay. That's no problem. And my diamonds. But the yellow clay, like I could have swore I made a bonus chest for the yellow clay, and now it's all just sort of gone. We're going to chop some wood and read some chat. How about that? And then let's see how we're doing for time. We're doing really good actually. So I've got something else we're going to do immediately after this. So we're going to chop down all the birch for now, I think. And you guys can ask me some questions and stuff. X, what time will tomorrow's video release? Please answer. 4:30 is my release time. Video that came out today was 4:30. Yesterday's was 4:30. Day before that. And the day before that, and the day before that. 4:30 is my time. It has been for a long time as well. Do you like hockey? Love from Canada, says Firefly. I'm not like a massive fan of hockey, but I like sports in general. If ever I'm to watch some sports, which I don't do ever too often, but I like it. Okay. X, what is your flavoured tea or favoured tea? Favoured. Oh yeah, that is actually a work. A work? A word. Can't get my works right today, can I? It is a Sam at the moment. A Sam is definitely my favourite. I like to drink that in the morning though. It's a little bit stronger and malty. And right now, I got me some Earl Grey. Do you like American football? Says Blind Nickname. I do. I do like it. And now someone says, Beamer says, what do you think about Italian football? Like, Italian football to me is English football. European football is European football. American football is a different sport. The actual sport name, which I never hear anyone call it, is called Gridiron. Yeah, so American football, the Americans call it football. Brits call it American football. Americans call football soccer. And yet the name of the game is Gridiron. And I've never like heard people call it Gridiron, but apparently that's his actual name. Like something you can read on Wikipedia, I think. And I like it, but I tell you what, I like watching replays. I like watching highlights of a match. I don't like sitting down and watching it. It's too stop-start. And if you're an American and you don't understand that, like if you watch English football, it is just fluid. It is just constant action. Something's always happening. You know, the game stops for a very short amount of time when the ball goes out of play, but otherwise it's just, you know, continual action basically. Tom DeHugo says, "Lol, gridiron." Yeah, it's spelt like that, gridiron or something. Gridiron, everyone's saying. Oh, is it actually called gridiron? Wow. I don't know. I don't know. Hey X, little band suggestion from Holland. DSAT, they make alternative rock music. I have not heard of them. Feel free to tweet it at me if you want me to check it out sometime. When I'm checking my Twitter feed, I can have a listen. Let's pick up these saplings. That's what I'm trying to do when I wander back here. Just make sure I collect them all so we can replant. What you really want to check for is that the ones like that. You know, this is the problem with saplings, especially with jungle saplings, is they get caught on top of other blocks, and then when the other ones despawn, it might be too late and they disappear. So we've got a noise in my here, a donation from Morgan Corn _ saying, oh, it's a 666 donation, sign of the beast again. What's going on? What is going on? Saying, Dear X, I participated to the last two X UHC, Extreme UHC, and had a absolute amazing time with all the people in the community. Thank you for organising it, making such enjoyable videos and streams. You're simply wonderful. Well, thank you so much for the lovely message, buddy. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I really enjoy it each time. I feel the one thing I get annoyed about is that it really drags on. Like, the end always ends up with just, you know, like there's like a couple of hours towards the end of that of just watching people cave underground. But I really enjoy it. I'm glad you like it as well. We'll be doing more of those. We're doing our Asuma UHC this weekend, which is going to be fun. And yeah, there'll be more Extreme UHCs. It'll be announced later on in the month, like probably after I've done my UHC. We'll open it back up and sign it up again. But yeah, once a month is the sort of planned rate for the Extreme UHCs. I was just thinking, we're going to buy extremeuhc.com at some point, and it would be interesting. I was just thinking, like, if we had like statistics, we definitely would be able to figure out the winners and who killed who, and then we could perhaps put like a leaderboard chart on there or something. Have a place to go look up the statistics on previous seasons. X, can you try a 3D resource pack? It could try one, but I'm not going to try one right now, and I probably wouldn't record videos of one because I do all my videos in vanilla, with the exception of a few tweaks that I've made. So how many... Oh my god, look at the amount of birch we've got there. How many of these did I get back? Red the Miner says you need to buy it now. It's not available to buy for a few months, unfortunately. Someone brought it with the intention of passing it on, which, a little bit of advice for you there. Sometimes, although you've got a nice idea, you should think about how it's going to affect the other person, because in this case it just caused us like a headache basically, because now we can't get the website. So yeah, sometimes it's best to just, even though you want to do something nice, like just leave it to the other person. In that case it would have been good, because I almost brought it, and then the website that I was going to buy it from gave you one price, and then when you get to the checkout it gives you another one, and that really annoys me when companies do that. So I sort of ummed and ahed about it, and then when I went to actually buy it, it had gone. Yeah, I'm not going to name the company. If I were talking to someone I know, I'd definitely like name and shame, but I don't feel like it's appropriate to do that on a live stream. But there's one company that I brought a graphics card from years ago, and they advertised it with a free game, and it didn't come with the free game. So I sort of rung up and said, hey, you know, you've advertised this with a free game, it didn't arrive, can I get my copy? And they were like, oh no, you can't, it's gone. And I'm like, what do you mean it's gone? They're like, you know, we haven't got any left. I'm like, well, how have you got none left, but you've managed to give me the graphics card with the free game, but not the free game? And so basically what they do is well, I don't know, because if they sell stuff, surely each thing that you sell and you put it aside for that person. But for some reason, apparently they didn't have it for me. Anyway, I thought I'd be like a stubborn customer and ask to speak to the manager and all of that, and this person just wouldn't send me through to any manager, anything like that, and it really wound me up. But anyway, the thing that I was going to say, this company, what they do, and I've spoken to some other people who notice they do it as well, is they send you emails with sales and discount prices, and when you go to the website, the price has changed and it's higher than what it is in the email, and it's really dodgy advertising. Dodgy business practices. And I think every time you come across like something like that, don't support that company. Don't buy things from them. You know, like if a company's going to have bad practices, don't support them with your money, basically. Yeah, so I don't buy from that company anymore, and I probably won't ever again, really, because I think doing stuff like that is just cheeky, really, more than anything. And yes, apparently this has turned into a rant about me buying stuff online and being unhappy now. We got a noise in my ear here from Jolkip saying, if you can make it without errors, there's more to come. Dearest creature in creation, studying English pronunciation, I will teach you in my verse sounds like corpse, horse and worse. I will keep you, Susie, busy, make your head with heat grow dizzy. Now, when I read things out loud, I have to focus on the words so much that I start to like forget what the meaning is. So I think I understood like the first sentence of that, but then the second sentence became a blur, and by the third sentence I couldn't tell you what we were talking about. And you'll probably notice that if you see me talking videos. Oh, a log grew out to the side. That shouldn't happen at this height. Either way, Jolkip, thank you so much for your donation. Really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great time on today's stream, and that was it, actually. There wasn't an and. X, what is your favourite sport besides cycling, Smonoman? I wouldn't call cycling a sport, really. It's an activity for me. But football is the sport I like. Minecraft the boss says, hey Asuma, just got here, what have I missed? Also, what do you use to buy websites? Again, I'm not going to name companies and stuff, like, you know, go find your own company. I don't think my one are particularly special, I just have used them for a long time. And like I said, I really didn't like that they... talking about naming and shaming though, I've openly like named and shamed EA. It feels a bit more relevant though, because this is gaming and EA are disgusting and we hate them, right? Does anyone here actually like EA? Because people still buy their games and I can't believe it. I guess maybe the bulk of people don't really look into like a company's business practices or what they do. But EA have ruined like far too many franchises over the years and decent games and done dodgy things like, oh man, when SimCity launched they told people to request refunds and then they banned them for asking for refunds because it's against their policy. Stuff like that, man, just Someone says EA sucks. Someone says EA and The Sims. Actually, that's the one brand they probably managed to keep alive, isn't it? EA are the best FIFA. Ah, there's a game I'll never play. Well, never buy. Again, unfortunately. I used to play a lot of FIFA. Love FIFA. But no, it's EA, so I ain't buying it. And the log fellas aren't dodgy. Assume a potato. We are, you know, an esteemed organisation. We're gentlemen here on the server, providing everyone with a service, you know, logs. They don't need saplings. We got the logs. What do you think I'm doing right now? See? They don't have to do this. We do it for them. You know, it just costs some diamonds and you're not allowed saplings, alright? Oh. Hello from Belgium and Suma. I really like watching your videos to stream to train my English. Mr. Brahmi, don't train your English from me, my friend. Well, I know how it is. I know you guys like to, but it does concern me a little bit. I cannot speak English like correctly or properly. But then again, language is organic and evolves and grows. And if lots of people start saying a word differently, then it's just going to be said differently, isn't it? So we should make a new word. Like shishwam bam should now just be a thing. Joel Kip says, "Tear in my eye, your dress, your tear, queer fair seer, hear my prayer. Pray, console your loving poet, make my coat look new, dear, sew it. Just compare, heart here and heard, dies and diet, Lord and word." I don't even know what I'm reading now. Joel Kip, thank you again for another donation there. I don't know where you're getting this stuff from. Are you writing it yourself? Because it is tongue-twisting, to say the least. I'm amazed I mean, I'm assuming I'm messing up some of it, right? But it seems like I did an alright job. Yeah, let's get these saplings. Let's just collect all this stuff, then we'll be done. We've done our little bit of logging. Gonna replant and move on, right? EA killed Bullfrog, Westwood and Max's Origin and many more. Absolutely, Fatboy Tim, you know it. All once really great game studios that just turned into garbage when they went to EA. The problem is EA just work around like profit margins and stuff. I've watched some interviews with like developers who used to work for them, and they just talk about EA coming in and constantly like chopping deadlines to the point where when their game gets out there, it's not what it's supposed to be, and you know, it makes a buck, but then it kills off the franchise. Man, this music's like hyper. In a way. In a calm way. Oh, Joel Kip says by Jared Nostranite. Okay, so a poet, a famous poet, I imagine. So a poet wrote those poems. Who would have thought, eh? Who would have thought? Okay, not too much more of this. We should probably just replant the other one, actually. Hey X, what's your thoughts on Leicester City, says WC Joker. I think they're great. I think they play really good football, and that's why they're at the top of the league, and absolutely love to see a little team at the top of the league. For those of you that don't follow sports, over here in the UK it has been dominated by franchise clubs, basically, ones with big money behind them, and they dominate and they win everything every year. Like, all of the competitions basically go between like a handful of clubs, and now you've got like this underdog team that were almost relegated last season, now at the top of the league. So yeah, that's really exciting, really cool stuff. And we got, oh man, we've got all sorts of noises in my ears going on here. Let's plant the saplings and then we'll read the messages. Does that sound good? Does that sound good? Where does this end? I think it ends there. It probably does end at the end of the place where we plant the saplings. That makes sense. Cool, so we've probably collected everything. So we've got an excess of 9 saplings. I think we lost some birch ones as well. They probably need to be spaced out a little bit more. Anyway, we got a resubscribe. No, sorry, just a regular subscribe from Jaffa Cake 1001. Jaffa Cake, thank you for subscribing. Have a steak shuffle on me. Appreciate the support, buddy. Hope you enjoy the stream. And a donation here from the Red Mushroom Gamer saying, hello, Asuma. I am a long-time subscriber and wanted to support you. Also, I just finished my first video game, Domino King, on Google Play, and we really love it if you would play it. I've sent you an email key and another 5 for your friends. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, dude. I got your email the first time round, and I tried to download the game, and my phone said no. So basically, I have a phone with about 300 megabytes of memory free, right? Because it's got like a card you can plug into it. It's got like 16 gigs. It's got another internal one built in with a couple of gigabytes, and then it's got like this small one that's like 500 megs, and you can't move programs off of it. Well, you can, but not all of them. Anyway, so I might download a program that says it's like 10 megabytes, and it will always say insufficient space, and I can't figure it out. Like, if I delete tons of stuff off my phone, I can just about get it on there. Anyway, long story short, I already tried to download it and couldn't fit it on my phone, so I could give it another shot. But, you know, thank you for the codes. I'll give it a try again when I read my email. But yeah, how annoying is that? I've just got an old phone. And it's so irritating. I think what it does is it downloads the file, right? But then it unpackages it so it gets bigger. And it needs space for the file, the unpackaged size, and then to put it onto the phone itself and leave it somewhere. So it's people are saying what phone? It's a Samsung Galaxy S2. Made it last for about 5 years, which is terrific. And the other day, it I picked it up and it was boiling hot and it had 1% battery when it was on charge. I think like its lifeline can be stretched a bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if it like got really bad before long. So I'm all about like making products last and stuff like that, not just for I don't know whatever reason, but for not for the environment, right? Like we're all buying and upgrading, and then we're chucking things in the ground again. It's bad. So I try and make my products last as long as I can. It's basically it. And then, when you're done with it, go chuck it in a second-hand store or something like that so someone else can make use of it. Alright, so ABCE says, shout out to the blaze rods. Couldn't agree more. Shout out to those crazy blaze rods. Right, the next thing we're going to do is something that's going to get a little bit technical, and I'm going to have to take some screenshots. So there might be a part in this stream where I have to focus and ignore. I say ignore. That's the wrong word to use. Not pay attention to chat for a while. Ignore. That is a bit severe. Okay, so that's going to go up that side, and we don't have chests for these specific. Oh, I do have for bones. I should really put that in the right chest, and we do for that and that. Okay, all of these things need to go away. Hey X, I had the same problem. X just downloaded 360 security, fixes that extract issue, says Master Natty. Master Natty, I do believe, are you... I might be getting confused with someone else, but you have the avatar, the blue avatar, right? I think. Anyways, someone who's a long-time commenter, just... The name there I think is the same name. Anyway, yeah, I've downloaded a few security programs that help you fix things like that. One of them sort of worked and then sort of run its course, so I uninstalled it, and another one sort of works sometimes, but there's all sorts of weird stuff going on. What am I doing? I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm talking. I'm losing focus. Jimmy Major says, try an Asectal One Touch Idle free. It's a budget smartphone which looks really good and powerful, but it's £99. For a smartphone, it's a bargain. I mean, when it's time to replace it, I'll look for something cheap, absolutely. But hopefully something that lasts a long time as well. The S2 was not designed to last a long time. You can tell using it. Yeah, it's got some issues. You see, they move on, but each time they move on, they upgrade. They don't stick on S2 and refine it until it, buy the S2, it'll last you 15 years. No, they want you to go and buy one every year or 2 years. Master X Void, UT please, drink it, enjoy, says Captain Cyborg, or Quiborg. Captain Quiborg. That's all I'm going to drink now. That's cold and done with. Right. Someone says, is there any specific reason that you don't drink alcohol? I mean, alcohol to me is... I have drunk alcohol. I've drunk a lot of alcohol. It's a poison. It's like you're putting something into your body that your body doesn't want, and therefore you have a reaction to it and you get drunk. Now, some people enjoy being drunk. I don't. There has been a time where I have enjoyed it, but I don't anymore. I think like it's better to treat your body good, and the reward from having a healthy body every day is like far outweighs being drunk, which I don't even like that, you know, like not being sober, having your experience altered by something. But that's just me. And also, you know, there's a whole culture of drinking as well, which is... I just find it a little crazy that drinking is, you know, like... drinking as in people, you know, openly and intentionally altering their frame of mind just being such a big cultural thing to do. I find that a little bit bizarre. You know? Like that it's just so the normal thing to do. It's kind of crazy. But that's just my opinion on it. Feel free to share me yours. As always, you know, we discuss, we share opinions and thoughts. Well, when I say we share, it's like I pick them out of the chat, which can... Now, I really want to be careful how I say this. Jam Ramo says, what's your opinion on low-risk drugs like marijuana and opinion on legalization? I'm going to say this. I don't think there is such a thing as a low-risk drug. I think it's not really about drugs, it's about the person that takes them, because you may hear like marijuana referenced to as a gateway drug. Now, I think that's poor terminology, because it's not like, you know, someone smokes pot and then all of a sudden they want to do heroin or something. It's like, it's society, it's the person you are, it's the environment you're in. These change your frame of minds, they change what experiences you go through, etc. Now, I'm doing this incredibly inefficiently, aren't I, because I'm chatting. I need to put everything in these chests that I've already got here. Man, I am totally like sort of half doing something in the game and well on a different topic in my mind. Yeah, I think it's all about the person. What sort of person are you? And I think depending on what sort of person you are, you're going to have a different experience with drugs. Yeah, and I also think that drugs should be legalized, all drugs, and that they should be treated as a form, like drug abuse should be treated as opposed to criminalized, is how I see it. Like, I think you can gain more from helping people with their health and getting off of drugs legally than you can by criminalizing it and locking people economically into, you know, being impoverished and not having opportunities and ending up on drugs or things like that. People nowadays just want new, and they don't care if they will destroy nature or themselves. If companies could sell a phone because it lasts stages, they would lose a ton of money just because there is no new features. You're absolutely right, you're on the money, my friend, and I couldn't agree with your statement much more at all, really. I think sometimes it's good to try and be a little bit more eloquent with your statements, like get a little bit deeper, because I know what you're saying, but if you get deeper at it, people maybe don't really want what's new. They just want to be happy. Like, most people want to be happy and feel right in life, right? And I think there's a lot of pressure put on people through advertising to, you know, buy this kind of thing, like, buy this, it'll make you happy. Now, obviously, it's not that blunt, but it's there. You'll see it all the time, that they'll attach different sort of social pressures and things that we go through in advertising to a product, you know? It's almost like an art form these days, the way that they advertise stuff. And you'll see a lot of that. Anyway, I'm missing out on some noises in my ears. Let's chuck all the things in the chest. We'll come back for those another... I mean, I'm sort of worried something will wander through here, but I think we're safe. Okay, so, we got a new subscriber. It is a Half Monty Nun. Half Monty Nun, thank you so much for subscribing. Have a talk shuffle on me. Appreciate it. Also, another new subscriber here. It is Pieman. 5 out. Hi, Pieman. Getting in your face there. 597 has subscribed. Thank you so much for subscribing, buddy. Have a torch shuffle. And Dirty Potatoes here with a donation saying, been watching your content for years now, you're always quality, keep it up. Thank you, buddy, really do appreciate it. I hope you all have a great time, man, a great time. Here on the stream, watch Why the War on Drugs is a Huge Failure by Kurt's Cassette in a nutshell. Explain a lot about drugs and why, if they're good and bad. If you go watch that video, you'll see a comment from me, sort of expressing a little bit of, let's say, concern with the video. I like that video. He's on the money. I agree with him, but I feel like the way he put that video together glossed over a lot of information. Now, someone pointed out his channel is called In a Nutshell, but I think when you gloss over a lot of the topics, you miss out on the opportunity to educate people. Like, you can say things about something and it can seem right to someone. Oh yeah, I see what you mean about. But you need to also teach them like the deeper part of it, like this is why, and because this happened, you know. And the more people know, the more educated they are, the better it is for them, and for them to be able to pass that sort of information on to other people. So I felt that his video really glossed over a lot of stuff, very much oversimplified, too many things, despite me agreeing with it completely. That yeah, basically everything he said in that video I sort of agree with. Mark says, I love Exo streams, these conversations are so awesome. Oh, I'm glad you like them. They're weird one-way conversations, aren't they? But then again, you know, I pick out your messages from chat. X, I see your comments all over YouTube. I saw a comment on a video about triangles earlier today, says Pararime. Yeah, I watch a lot of like mathy stuff on YouTube, and I like to leave comments and let people know what I think, because, you know, I have a channel and I love reading my comments, I love getting feedback, and so I always just think, if I'm watching a video, just, you know, leave a comment, let them know your thoughts, because YouTube is like that and it helps them. Yeah, so that's why I do that, and the reason that you'll see it is because you'll see people you're subscribed to more than others when you look at comments. So Firefly TV says Apple or Android. If you haven't like figured it out from the tone that we've been talking in today already, I am not for brand loyalty. I'm all about, like, you know, not getting behind a brand. You know, brand's a big company, there to make profit. But yeah, I don't have a preference. I have an Apple product and an Android, and, you know, I just use them to do stuff. X, what's your favourite game? Says Samsbots. It is Doom and also Minecraft, I guess. Doom and Minecraft, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is rebuild this somewhere else, if you haven't figured that out. I mean, it's not that I've done much to let you figure it out, but, you know, you might be a really smart person. Like, I think he's taking this down, he's going to build it somewhere else. That might be what you're thinking. X, what's your thoughts on Cameron's father on Panama Paper? Now, I've heard very little about this WC Joker, but apparently, I don't know. Do you know what? I know so little. Something fishy's happened, right? Like, something fishy's happened, and my thoughts are just, yeah, something fishy's happened. Like, what do you expect? These are the people that continuously get in power over and over again. Okay, right, we'll take those back. So, I've taken a lot of screenshots here, and I'm just wondering what I haven't sort of got a screenshot of. I'm just gonna screenshot everything, because I can, like, switch back and forth between them. Then when I'm rebuilding it, I can sort of at least have a look between these screenshots and figure it out bit by bit. So down here, though, it's gonna have to be a little bit different. Crazy Sugar says, not the drugs are the problem. Animal tests have proven that socially isolated animals, and so persons, choose the drug to get the illusion of new input for their mind. So connect with the people that use drugs. Include them in a social life. Don't put them in a prison, etc. Yeah, Crazy Saucer, interesting points. Yeah, psychology is much more important than criminalization of something. It's the same for many forms of criminality, I think. Like, even like, not to get dark here on the stream or anything, but serial killers, people like that. I mean, I see that as mental illness. I'm like, that person needs help, and we need to learn from them how it is they become to do this thing, so that we can change society to not have it happen again. But criminalizing these things and locking someone away, to me, just doesn't solve the problem. That's not solving a problem. That's you know, putting a patch on a stab wound, putting a plaster on a stab wound, something like that. X Panda made a much smaller, much easier fish farm you could build instead of that one. Now, there's something wrong with that fish farm. I can't remember what it was. Someone pointed out that there's one particular thing you can't do with it, which I think has something to do with making it run faster, and I want to do that. As you say that, though, I could go check the video again, possibly find out what the little bit of information was, because I'm not 100% sure. But I'm streaming, so I'm just happy to... Oh, silly goose. I'm just happy to do this. Now, I've probably destroyed a bit of redstone there, haven't I? A bit that I need. I'm happy to do it this way, because we're streaming, as I've said, like for 5 times in a row there. Hopefully all of this will fit in my inventory. Looks like it's going to, which is good. And the place that we're going to build this will require some concentration, so we're going to have to get through our messages and chat again quickly. Rescue Me Chimboy says, I love this conversation. You and I think very alike, and... Oh, let's have a glimpse into your mind. Just makes me so happy. That's awesome. And we got a new subscriber here. It is R13 Trot. R13 Trot, thank you so much for subscribing. Have a Spruce Willis shuffle. Spruce Willis. Get it? No, maybe you do, maybe you don't. From the log fellas. Oh. Yeah, thank you for the support. Also, we got some donations here. Got one from T Scene saying, Hey X, I have an idea for the White District. Build a memorials hall. One of the memorials can be 2 wide, hole, down to Y30. On the very bottom there should be a sign saying Professional Minecrafters. Oh my god, that was the worst thing we've ever done. For those of you that want to know, I have an episode on my channel. I believe it's episode 299. It's called Professional Minecrafters. The thumbnail will have me doing a facepalm on the front of it, because as a group we managed to do the worst thing ever, which was get trapped in a hole. Like 15 people got trapped in a hole together, and it was so ridiculous. And we're like I said, we're supposed to be professional Minecrafters, and somehow we all got trapped in a hole together. It was the funniest thing I think ever happened. We've got another one here from Bertus _ saying, Hey Asuma, just wanted to donate as a thanks for all your effort in the videos. I really enjoy them. Keep it up. Thank you so much to the both of you. As always, hope you enjoy the stream and have a fantastic time. We are going to go pick up... Let's see. We're going to go pick up some stone bricks, perhaps. The Smonoman says, when X is streaming, it feels like he's sitting next to you. I assume that's a good thing. I hope that's a good thing. That sounds like a pleasant thing. I'd like to think it is. That's interesting. So we are definitely going to open one of these chests and... Oh! No! Don't do that! What damage has this caused? None. Nothing. We've got nothing here you can damage. Wow, that made me jump. That made me jump. We're going to put these things away, is what I was going to say. And we've got some more blocks because we need a platform. Now, the anvils I'm going to leave in this area. That being said... No. We are going to leave them in this area. They're good there. How long are you streaming for? Says Frogleg101. At least another hour. Morgan Korn says, it's like I'm sitting on his lap. Oh, this is strange. But that's good. That's good. Lord Time pointing out that I've overreacted to water there. Yep. Do you know what? I'm not even bothered. It's funny. It's funny. Okay, Dippy says, watching your channel for a while on YouTube. Very nice to watch. Finally watching the live stream. Like it a lot. Playing Minecraft myself while watching this. Awesome. Yeah, that's often what I've done. Watched videos of Minecraft while playing it. I imagine a lot of people are doing that right now. X, since you're sitting to me, can you please put on some deodorant? Says Zappalop. Zappalop. I apologise for the odour that you can apparently smell. Right, okay, so we got to focus now. We got to focus. And as soon as you focus, someone asked me about bands I like. Ziaf, I like In Flames, I like Soilwork. I like those bands, they're good bands. Swedish Melodic Death Metal. They're both from Sweden, aren't they? Pretty sure they're both from Sweden. Okay, so... Right, what we're going to do here, let's focus. Let's focus, as I said. Everyone's asking me chat, like blood oranges. What are blood oranges? I don't know. Omar Guilford is reminding me to focus. Okay. I think we'll do that. So, we're going to build a farm a temporary... Well, we've built the farm. It's temporary, though. If we're going to expand it, considering it's temporary... now that I think about this... Do you know what? No, I'm not going to overthink this. There's... You know, I want to do things here in this base, right? If I try and figure out some of it now, I'll just give myself a headache. So, we need to be, I think... Now, who can tell me? Is it 16 or 24 blocks away from where mobs can spawn? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Somewhere like here. Now, if it's another 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's just put one there. Ah, you see, it's going to be in that area back there that we'll want to build this. So, we've got 24, 24, 24. That's what I thought it was. 116. Okay, thanks, peeps. I am trusting you guys that your information is accurate. That means we're going to have to fill in some sand up here. But basically... do you know what I could do? I could build it up in the sky, which would load less of the caves, wouldn't it? Now, who can do math? Because I could build it, like, diagonal by 24 blockwards outwards. Oh, man. You can totally do math for this. No. What have I done? I made a boo-boo. Hi, there's things down here. How do I get back out? Oh, I've got to swim out, haven't I? Oh no, there's going to be guardians everywhere. I'm going to die. Die a watery death. Come at me, bro. I've got my sword. Alright, no, there's not too much going on here, is there really? Well, that worked out okay. That seemed to work out just fine. Back down we go. Oh, it's going to knock out all my torches, which is going to annoy me, but whatever. Whatever. X, how does the fish farm work? Can you explain it to me? When I build it, I'll try to explain it, but I'm not sure I'll do a good job at that. Right, that's taking its time. So yeah, basically, you know, 24 up. Now imagine that there's a curve between it. It's not going to be 24 diagonal, it's going to be shorter than that. I reckon you'd probably be safe at 20 diagonal. Let's go for 20. So, where's my block of 8? Is it really here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just say we go there, right? Then we're going to go up to the top around here and up by 20 blocks. Now, I think when we do that, we'll be loading this. We'll be reasonably close to it. Yeah, that all sounds good. Alright, so, we do have to get up there. I don't think we're going to be able to avoid not needing... Oh, well, dirt might be a good one. Actually, dirt's kind of valuable. It's weird being in a mesa biome. All of a sudden, cobblestone and dirt are valuable. It's weird. But, you know what? There's loads of cobble down there. We'll take the cobble, I think. And ladders. Just what I wanted. Amazing. Exactly what I wanted. Right. Oh, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it alone. So we probably want to be in the middle-ish. That appears to be the middle-ish. So somewhere here was my... Right, so we're going to go up here. And just go up to the top first of all. What's the glass thing in the middle running down, says Monkey. It is our farm. It has produced a few blocks. A few bits and bobs. Not... Man, you got to be kidding me. Where is that sucker? You ain't doing that to me again. Don't need torches on this level of the Guardian farm, says Carnzo. Torches? Not sure. Did that thing shoot me and get knocked back into the water because of the thorns? In which case I might get shot again, yeah. Cheers! Ah, we missed the ladder. Oh dear. Falk says sniped. Sniped indeed. Outlaw says, hey X, how's this going? It's going good, thanks for asking. We are going to shoot a skeleton now. No, me first. Ah! Why do people pay 50 for a black shirt with, for example, Bala on it and feel good about it? I mean, they feel good about it, okay, but I can drive you to a cheap shop and we can buy a black shirt, and then I'll go to the print shop and print your personal message on it around 30. and then your standard bala shirt. Alright, so I don't know what the bala shirt is, but it's simple psychology that people want to feel like they fit in and they're accepted. So brands is usually a way of people feeling like connected and like they fit in. Is often the psychology behind people buying brand clothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it's exciting here. 9, 10, 11, 12, counting with X. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. We're going to build a platform up here. Bam! With these blocks. Right, so up here is where we're going to build the farm. We shall start off. It's going to look real ugly up here, but it makes sense, right? We're loading less caves down below, and we're loading more of the Guardian. Well, you know, we're a decent range from the Guardian farm. Okay, so that's good. That is good. I love that you talk about the real things and are not afraid of offending people. Denmark are that country where most people smoke cannabis and inhabit, and it is illegal, and per inhabitant, and it is still illegal. Please, more real talk. Yeah, I mean, interesting that you say offending people, because I'd consider like a lot of my opinions and thoughts inoffensive, because I feel like it generally comes from a place of compassion. But you'll be surprised, man. People get offended. Like, I've seen people offended over things I'm like, what? If I've said it before, like, one of the things that I think I only ever feel offended by is people being offended sometimes. It's just like, no, don't be offended by that. That's ridiculous. I can't give you an example. I myself aren't really offended by things that people do or like so much as I am. I don't know what I'm offended by. I'm a bit too easygoing on that front. Like, if people like stuff or have different opinions to me, my first reaction isn't to be offended. Hello, Enderman, holding invisible block. Looks like we need a torch down here. It's a little bit dark. Man, that's annoying me, that little gap. I should have fixed it. How close are you and the Hermits to taking on the Ender Dragon? Excited to see you visit the End Cities. Kanazo, you have just reminded me of something, my friend. Oh my god, we got to act fast. We've got to be swift. We've got to be quick. I need some wood. There is some in this chest. Oh no, I put the growing trees in the chest. Ah, there's no wood. Not even in my inventory. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, this is going to get nasty now. All of you are like, what are you doing, X? Bear with me. We've got to grow this tree, right? No! We've got to grow this tree. Water, go away! My mouse wheel just sometimes doesn't work. Okay, we've got to grow this tree. Yes, we've grown the tree. We've got to chop down some wood. Yes, we chopped the wood. Right, now we've got to quickly slap it in that crafting table. And we're going to make 2 boats. Right. I need most of these things. That can go away. Alright. No? Can I? Yes! Yes! We caught an Enderman! Oh my god. Right, we need to collect Ender Pearls. And I was thinking about this earlier today. Do you know what? That's a good way of doing things. Right, what else? That's... We took the dirt. I'll take the dirt back. Just got to finish chopping the tree. I feel like we took more out of that chest, but we didn't. Alright, so that goes in there. What here is not from, that is not from, that's not from. Yeah, so... And that, and that. Right, there. There we go. Cleared up some inventory space. Anyway, we've got a friend. We've got a friend. Woo! But anyway, we're going to harvest this guy for his Ender Pearls. And now I wonder if we can dump water on him and... Will he teleport out? I don't think he can teleport out. But either way... Oh, you're angry now, aren't you? You're also on fire. Now, you can hurt me when I get in the boat. Are you still... Oh, he's still angry at me. Oh, he's kicking me up the butt. I wanted to drive him into the rain. Is he in the rain? Oh, he's just outside of the rain. I guess... Oi, calm down, you. Now, if I hadn't hit him, I could have possibly just taken him straight into the rain. Skull Socks is like, thumbnail! It is, isn't it? It's a thumbnail moment. I'm going to do that. Ah, you're in the rain now, you sucker! Sweet, so, oh, taking more screenshots here. Getting a bit screenshot happy, apparently. Sweet! So whenever we see an Enderman, easy way to kill him is just to dump a boat at his feet, right? I think that's the way. Someone in chat saying torture. It is technically torture, isn't it? All right, so right now I've got to rebuild this thing. This is where I've got to focus on rebuilding it. Funny enough, and I got a feeling it's going to be difficult. One Drasaf says it is your frienderman. Ooh, brilliant pun. Frienderman indeed. Someone says looting. Final Sparks. You're right. I should have killed him with my looting sword. Should have done that. Alright. Oh, there's a guardian. Right at our feet. I don't think this actually needs to be much wider, really. But we'll make it wider anyway. Probably needs to be deeper. So if you think about it, you're going to have the door. Then the space to stand, the dispenser. Then a block. Then the water, I think. Then what's behind there, and then something else. So let's just make it that big, and that should be our platform. Oh my god, I'm placing blocks on blocks. It's not the way you do it. And I think we might have actually used more than we should have. We'll soon find out. Yeah, I'm going to have to go grab some stone from down below and make some stone bricks. Shoot the skelly horse, says Red the Miner. Is there a skelly horse somewhere? Oh my god, yeah, of course. Of course there'll be a skelly horse over there. Why wouldn't there? We had some saddles a moment ago. Now they don't despawn, so we can go get some saddles and some more stone bricks. That made me jump. Oh yeah, also, didn't water like go all the way down there? Oh well. I'm sure it hasn't messed anything up. We've got a noise in my ear here. I do believe I've got a subscribe that I missed. Really sorry about that, 10 minutes ago. Crazy23, thank you for subscribing. Sorry I missed it. Have a steak shuffle on me, and now I shall eat some food. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you are. We've got a donation here from THMSJFRSN. I do believe there is no way of pronouncing that. Hey X, I'm really enjoying the stream. This is the first time I've ever supported and YouTube content creator. I've watched you for about 4 years now and admire you immensely. Could you share your thoughts on public education / your education? First of all, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you for watching for 4 years. That's a long time. That takes me back. Whenever someone's like, you know, been here for a while, it's always like, man, I remember those days, those old days. Maybe Asuma's World is 4 years ago. Stuff like that. Crazy. We need to pick up a saddle. We should probably just leave saddles in different locations, right? So if ever you see them, just go pick them up. So yeah, my thoughts on public education. I believe that education is like one of our most, let's say, valuable resources. I think we should always be aiming to improve education and to make it more available, and, you know, give young people the, like, you give so much to people by educating them. It also makes people smarter, makes us smarter. It sends everything in the right direction. If you look at like the history of humanity, whether you, like, if you, let's say, have a nihilistic view, you think that we're going in the wrong direction because of the way we've treated the environment. Either way, you can't like deny that we've done incredibly intelligent things. You know, putting a man on the moon would be an example, unless you believe we didn't do that. And all of this, you know, stuff we've learnt about the world around us and the universe, all of that comes from education. If you look at the wealth of knowledge and what's come from that over time, it will probably be directly in correlation with how much education has improved and is available, etc. So I'm all for improving education. I think if I were in control, you know, it would always be every year, like once you've, you know, looked at everything that you have and where you can put your resources, it would always be like education would be a priority time and time again. Educate people, let's get smarter, let's figure out more things and fix the situation we're in, you know? Now, what was the other thing I needed? Some bricks and... damn it! Saddle! Yeah, I brought a saddle with me. There we go. Saddle it is. And... so someone in chat says, I do go to a private school, says Delta Typhoon. I don't believe in private education, though. I think education should be public and try and be as accessible for as many people as possible. Radioactive Owl says, Asuma, what would you say are carbon conscious in your life? Wait, what? I'm going to have to scroll. Scroll for chat. Would you say you are carbon conscious in your lifestyle if you like maths videos, have you checked out the periodic table of videos for chemistry stuff? I'm not sure what you're referring to as carbon conscious. If you mean carbon emissions, like your footprint, I am aware of that, and I try and keep it minimal. You know, all these little habits you can pick up, like, oh, what? What just happened? Like, what? That was a trap. That was a booby trap. We got Dinnerbone. I need Dinnerbone to explain something to me here. What just happened? Oh, sorry, Horsey. I've seen that happen to someone else actually as well. Well, we got 4 of them over here. Should have brought 4 saddles then. That was amazing. Oh yeah. Like that. There we go. Come back to base. Oh, of course you can't. Of course you can't. You're going to sink. Oh, we got to get it through the netherrack. What's going on? What is going on? Oh. Twisted says, that makes me want to listen to Metallica. I feel like that about 90% of the day. Or any form of metal. What kind of car do you... I don't drive. I do not drive. I cycle. Hey X, I made a system on XVS that will regulate your door at your base. There's a... I'm going to get shot. I can't read your message in terms of things to do with the door. I shall let you know. Oh, you poor little fellas. This isn't going to work. This isn't going to work. Do you know what? They're not going to despawn. I'm just going to... Oh, go away. I'm going to take back my saddle. You can make your own way back, alright? No. No. This is going to end badly. Wait, no, I am healing. Oh, my God. I don't know what to do. Right. Take saddle. Bam. Swim. Swim faster. Swim faster again. Now, don't jump off. No! Don't do that! Oh, half a heart. Half a heart. I knew that would be too close to call it. Amazing. Oh, amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, right. Now let's go build ourselves a fishing farm. What is going on? What is going on today? I had one job, and we did it. And then I had another job, and we're still trying to do that. So, let's get this one done. Use Frostwalker, says Fragrant Badger. You are a genius. I don't have my Frostwalker with me, but you are a genius. Mining Creeper says, metal is love, metal is life, Asuma. Yes, it is. X, can you turn Metallica on? No, it's copyrighted. I can't do that, unfortunately, because of the YouTubes. And Lars and his gold limos. And his gold swimming pool. No, I'm joking. Hey X, what do you think about building the fish farm up in the sky above the Guardian Temple? Oh, why? Yeah, because we'll load less caves and we'll load the farm, so that's kind of why we're building it up here. It's going to look ugly for a while. It's not permanent, it's temporary. I really need to open up my screenshots now, so I'm going to put that on the other half of the screen, so I've still got chat, but any noises in my ear might have to wait for a moment. So, just looking at this thing, and thinking here for a second, this is going to go above by 1 block, I think. So if we're going to have the door's going to be there, and this building it like this from memory might not be the best way about it. It's gonna that's going to be 1 block higher, like that. Yeah, this makes sense. All right, so then you have a dropper hopper set up. Where's my hoppers? There they are. Couldn't see them. So you got that with a carpet on top. So that should be fairly easy, straightforward. Filipino says, hey X, I've made a system on XVS that will regulate your door at your base. It has a different output depending on which way you entered it. How can I contact you? So you might take a look at it. Filipino, just message me when you're on there and I'll have a look. But I've already figured out what system I want to use, and I probably won't use another one. I don't know. Use the new simple farm, or doesn't it work on servers? Brigader Supreme, there's something off with it. I can't remember what it was, and I think it's something that affects the speed of it. So I'm just going to build this one, plus I've got pictures of it to build it from, like from memory, so to speak. Okay, so then on the opposite side, we're going to have that, and then we have a chest, a double chest, which we don't actually make use of, but I feel like I should... Well, actually, no, now that we got mending... this thing right here is actually entirely redundant now that I think about it. There really is no reason to have that there at all, because we just don't use that anymore. Which also means there's going to be another bit of redstone here that we don't need to use. Yeah, someone's just saying it in chat. Move the horse in a boat. You can't get horses into boats as far as I'm aware. X, can you write code or HTML? Also, thanks for slow mode. I'm not doing slow mode. That's the moderators. I can write HTML and CSS, but it's very basic. But I really enjoy doing it. I've made myself a custom page for the links and useful things for YouTube. So I've got like a home page for the shortcuts. I enjoyed making that with HTML. In the past, I used to play a game where with basic HTML and some tricks and tips, you can sort of like make the gaming experience a little bit easier in your favour. Some would call it cheating. It definitely got called cheating at one point, but just doing tricks and stuff to, I don't know, to help you play the game, because it was a web-based browser. So I made this whole like program set up basically using HTML to make playing the game more efficient and quicker, and like have little macros to help you do stuff. And I really enjoyed doing that because it was like problem solving. You had things you wanted to do in the game, and you had to find a way to make it easier with like basic code. Now, if you had, I don't know, Java and stuff like that, you could probably do some really clever stuff, but I didn't. But I managed to do cool stuff with what I had available, which was a little bit of basic HTML and CSS. Horses can get in boats. You tested it and created, you liar, says Master Natty. They got in boats at one point and then they removed it. I'm pretty sure they removed it. Do you know what? Oh, so much information to remember with this game. It gets harder as time goes on. I remember when there wasn't enchantments, right? Didn't even have to worry about what enchantment could work on what item. Arnav says, "Lol, I'm a web dev." If you're a web dev, you're probably laughing at CSS and HTML. I know it's like complete basic entry level, but like it was something I could understand. I really just love being able to make stuff happen after you'd like, you know, written a few bits of HTML and stuff. Some of it was relatively clever, like using login hacks was one. Like basically the website had a login form, and you could sort of, using this program, you could essentially, I think sniff might be the term. Now see, they can't get in the horses. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. I'm not going to try. We gave it a shot. Basically you could read a web page in HTML when it talks to the website, and you can actually, like, what would it be called, like a submission form, like where you enter a password and a login name. You could actually convert that into a URL by sniffing what it's doing. I think that's the term I'm going to use. And then you can manipulate that URL to basically give you instant access to multiple accounts, and like this game you would play it with multiple accounts. Yeah, and so like I had this program where I could quickly switch between, well, not program, HTML code where I could quickly switch between two things, because what it would do is it would like log me out and then it would log me in using a couple of like cleverly engineered URLs and stuff like that. I really love doing it. I know it's so basic, but it was just so much fun to like problem solve like that. And yeah, it was good fun. Ian Ballasy says, confirmed, boats can't get into horses. There you go, multiple tests happening here. That wasn't sarcastic. Slow mode makes communicating with streamers so much better. Jaded, yeah. I don't know if you thought I was being sarcastic. I wasn't. Slow mode wasn't me, is what I was saying. It was someone else doing it. But yeah, it does. It makes it easier for me to read. Joe Bab says, so is the game partially written in HTML? The entire game was played on a web server. You played it through HTML. Obviously it had CSS. I think the thing was written in PHP, the entire website actually. So when the way that this PHP website worked, I think, was that when you read the page it looked like HTML, but the HTML was made by PHP, something like that. Mayschool says, what? Slow mode? Smiley face. Mayschool, you troll. You troll. He's got his moderator powers here. Alright, so now I'm looking at there's one bit that I didn't really take a proper screenshot of that I might need some of you to help me with. Oh, actually there's a couple of things here that are a little bit confusing at this point. But we'll try and persevere. Okay, so over on this side, now I'm going to swing back around to a different screenshot for a second. Right, the thing above, yeah, it's too high. Okay, actually I'm going to build this up a touch more. Like that. Because that's actually there. Then there's a block back by one which has the door on it, and we have to remove that block, must not forget. Bananas! Oh, bananas! Damn it! Absolute bananas. Bananas everywhere. Yeah, the HDMI is partially made by the PHP. That's how it works, Janice says. Excellent. I have to ask you all then, since we're talking about this game, does anyone ever played it? It's called Outwar. Now, I'm not in no way going to defend the game as being like a great game or anything. It was just something I got hooked on, and I played it for a very long time. If anyone knows the game Outwar, web-based browser, it started off as a click game where you used to send the link for the game to someone else and it would give you like a point, and then over time it turned into like a point generation game. Now I need to stalk chat just to find out if anyone knows that, because I'm on there and I don't play it anymore. Very occasionally I log back in and look at my account, but that's about it. Now I can't like, oh, just get rid of the string. Just get rid of the string already. There we go. Right, so now we've got to go to this angle because I think I've got another screenshot. Jimmy Gamma says that is a fair point. If you did the crime you pay the time. It's the thing my dad says to me. Yeah. Well, we're talking about something else, so I won't go back to that topic as of right now. So I haven't seen a single person say they know what it was, so never mind. Anyway, this game, like, I was really addicted to it at one point. What I was addicted to though was more, in a way, the social aspect, because you were doing it with other people and you had a common goal. You worked together and like shared information. I love all that sort of stuff. Just it's like the Minecraft community, just being involved in stuff, right? Stuff happening. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, in order to do quests and do stuff in this game, we made like scripts and things to help automate a lot of stuff, and then that way you could do it on alternate accounts because there's like raiding and all this kind of stuff, and it was a lot of fun, but it was a bit of a time sink as well. The door is open to be in the open position, Asuma. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll probably have to go back and redo the door. I'm just switching through my screenshots here. It looks like that bit is completely wrong. That is completely wrong, yes. You are just supposed to be that. So, just dropping back again. That is what I thought it was. That means everything here is correct. Very good. Down below somewhere is where our hoppers are going to go. And the other side must be where we have the redstone going up, I reckon. Now there's going to be 2 pieces of redstone and 2 blocks like that. And that is what I'm seeing on the other screenshot. All of that is looking good. So now we need to go back round to that side. And there's something here that points back, I'm pretty sure. Not sure if I actually got that bit right though. Actually, it probably points the other way. What was that game called, says Smug Deezy? It was called Outwar. And it was probably big about over 10 years ago, maybe 15 years ago. I know I've asked this a few times. Have you ever played Call of Duty Zombies? I'm addicted to it right now. I don't like Call of Duty Pyro. I'm not really a fan of those sorts of games. Right, I think this is wrong, this bit. This is a slab, now that I look at it, and it points in the other direction, and I think I know why. So slab there, and it's because there's redstone below it. But I don't think we even need this bit of redstone, right? This bit is going to power something down here. And I don't think we need that. I think if we click this... Oh. I was expecting something to happen then, unfortunately. Now, where have I missed something then? Hey, Expander made a fish farm for 1.9. Yes, I saw it. Oh, there you go. Maverick Boy says, I played Outlaw. Excellent. Oh, it's called Outwar. Never mind then. Never mind. Yusuf says, X, did you see the new 1.10 screenshots? Yusuf, my friend, you are not subscribed to my second channel, are you? I've been making videos on the second channel, quick ones to just tell you about the screenshots when they happen and what's my opinion on them. Right, I reckon that's it, isn't it? Because if I turn that off... Oh. Oh, right, so we sussed that there is a repeater here. I've missed something in these screenshots because there should therefore be something pointing into it. So yeah, peeps, anyway, if you want to check out my second channel on YouTube, I'm now just, whenever there's a thing happening, I go and upload a video, you know, like little bits of news will get on there, as opposed to big bits, like snapshots, you know. And Zapdos is eating a banana, awesome! Resub hype, we got a resub hype, I'll get to that in a second. I think I'm going to have to go back to the tutorial because I've clearly missed something here. Although looking at it, it really, maybe it relies on that other bit. It really doesn't look like I've got anything there particularly wrong. It must just rely on the other bit of redstone, which I've just realised I never took a screenshot of, which is brilliant. So, oh wait, no, I see a little bit of redstone. There is definitely some redstone here. Now it goes down into the ground, which means it might do the same here. I'm not sure. Is it me or is there redstone there and there? Something like that? I think I'm going to have to come back and do this another time, people. We got most of it done, but I reckon I need to look at the video now. So I'm going to close my screenshots. We're going to drop off a chest. Put all the items in here. Put those hoppers in there as well. And the chests, I'm going to use them for storage. This is going to be where we do our farming in the future. Aha, right. Down we go. So cute psychopath says, any hopes for 1.10? I hope that it doesn't take a long time. I hope that they don't try and go for this like super duper polish approach. You know, some things in the game being quirky is alright, I think. And I guess really what I'm hoping for is just something new to do. Something that feels fresh and new, you know. I don't think we're going to get that. I think we're going to get new blocks, you know, new mobs. Like, it'd be nice if they had something like a bit weird and quirky. Like, the last time we got that were things like banners, I think. Banners are really great and interesting, and then I don't really use them too much. You know, how minecarts are in the game. Just something that adds like its own level somewhere of activity. That would be awesome. Put food in your left hand. I've tried the offhand thing. I'm not really a fan of that. Will you be doing any collaborations with YouTubers outside of Minecraft Hermitcraft? Shredwood, if it called for it, yeah. Is it Shredwood or is it Shred Dude? It's Shred Dude. So let's have a look. We got a resubscribe. N7 Delta Force resubscribing for 7 months in a row. Thank you so much for the epic support. Have a steak shuffle on me. And let's go look at the list, because I think the other thing to do was caving, really. So the only other thing for me to do now is probably be a little bit of dropping in sand. Literally it. You should listen to the song Sounded Like a Rock by MF Doom. RG, tweet that to me. MF Doom's one of those artists. I've got one of his records called Mad Villainy. Everyone raves about it, but it hasn't clicked to me. I don't know what's up. It's like just one of those records where like I kind of hear it a bit, I kind of get it a bit, but it just hasn't clicked, and I want it to click. It's been ages since I've given that guy a try though. So we're going to drop in some sand, and I think we'll probably go back up and maybe with some cobblestone set up the storage system below, which actually might take a bit of work. So let's drop in the sand first, I reckon. X, will you ever play on console? Quite unlikely that I would. Jan says no fountain. Good point, we've got to do the fountain. Let's do it, peeps. What are we going to put on the fountain? We need ideas, because I'm going to build something and you're going to go, no, sort it out, X, that doesn't look good. Let's try and get this fountain done. I don't think we're going to need glass. We'll probably need a bucket of water. Now, where can we get some water from? I don't know. I don't know. Jaffa Cake says, hey, Derpface. Hey, Jaffa Cake, how's it going? X, would you ever get a tattoo? If not, why? Z3, when I was younger, I wanted to get lots of tattoos. I've talked about this before, actually. Yeah, I'm very, very glad that I didn't get them, because they would have been ridiculous and I would have hated them. It's weird, I see like the body as a temple and tattooing as like, not desecrating, that's a bit of a strong word right there, but for me personally, I don't really like how tattoos look and I don't really want one. But it's interesting because a lot of people that have tattoos have that similar mindset of, you know, the body as a temple, yet tattoos like works for them. It's interesting. You were surrounded with water. That was the joke, my friend. That was the joke. You got it. Well done. Why is the chat in slow mode, says Electroman? So I can read it. So it doesn't just fly past my screen. So I can answer your questions. Alright, that's not how versions number work. You can have version 1.11 or 15 if the programmer says that the edition is XXX to version 1. So version 1.10, not 2.0, until Mojang decide it's time for version 2.0. Absolutely right. Basically, you know, there's no rule, is there? It's just whatever the developer says. They can put letters in there. They can call it, you know, ice cream sandwich, which is what Android does. It's all up to the developer, and the way Mojang do it is they count upwards. Like the point isn't to the whole number. The point is like a separate thing. It's like, you know, the 10th edition of the first. Just because it hits the 10, you wouldn't call it the second edition. Make a lava fountain. Tempting, but not sure we'd do that. So I'm just thinking. Oh, Ian Ballasy, my friend. I know you're a crazy metalhead like me. Do you like the bands Death Spell Amiga, Electric Wizard, and Enslaved? I saw Electric Wizard, and oh my god, was that brilliant! Like, I have to see that band again. They really impressed me. Enslaved, I really like. I really like one of their recent records. I like some of their old stuff. Their first record's great. Death Spell Amiga is one of the ones I'm trying to get into. Someone wanted me to listen to a record of theirs, which I got on my list. But Electric Wizard, man, when I saw them live, that was really something. They played at Sonosphere after the main bands played. They were like, I think they were in the tent on this sort of like, after the big bands are finished, we'll still have a couple more bands playing here and there. And I went in and I watched them, and oh my god, it was just nothing but like full immersive groovy noise and just like slow sludging riffs and just total like headbanging stuff. Man, it was really great. It was, yeah, you can hear I think very fondly of them. That was a really great show. It totally caught me by surprise. I'm like, Electric Wizard, yeah, I've heard about them, let's go watch them. And then bam, right in your face. Right in your face. So I'm going to take some stone bricks to make... I feel like glass panes could do something really cool here. It's going to be a small thing. It's going to be something that's not really that impressive. Why am I umming so much? I can't even think straight. I know what we need to do. I need to find that glass. Right, I'm going to find the glass. I'm going to take with me some colour choices, which... Where are my dyes at again? Dyes are in here, but we've not got a lot of choices. I'm just going to take blue for lapis, and maybe a bit of bone meal. What's your favourite band that you'd recommend to us, says Metal Fire Demon? You got to tell me what sort of music you like, because I could waste your time. I could waste your time. That sounds amazing. Love Electric Wizard 2, one of the heaviest, biggest sounding bands. I wish I could see them live. Ian Ballasy, if you ever get the chance, man, totally worth it. I'm not particularly like familiar with anything other than that one record that, you know, they're praised for. But, you know, that live show, if you're into like any form of like doom, stoner, sludge, drone sort of music, that's totally like up that alley. Do you like Wolfenstein? Martin, I like that game, it's cool. It's like, you know, the prototype of Doom in a way. I'm going the wrong way, it's over there. Yeah. Raise the roof for Metallica, says Ezzyfix. Okay, raise the roof. Captain Lamadroid says, do you like metalcore, deathcore? Now, when I was gigging like heavily and going to lots of gigs with my friends, deathcore was the scene at the time. I need like more blocks than I brought, and like listening to it again now, a lot of the stuff isn't that great. But I was right there. I've seen a lot of like the big deathcore bands, if you like, because like I said, it was the sort of scene that happened when me and my friends went gigging. All right, so. That Unpro Gamer says, damn it, X, you keep missing my comments. Believe me, a lot of comments come through, and I try to read a fair few of them, but it can be a little bit tricky. Have you heard of Heaven's Basement? They are out of London and put on an amazing live show. I have not heard of them. Feel free to tweet me it if you want me to give it a listen or something. Now, I've started building this at the wrong size immediately. Let's take it a step back. The Official Blaze says, deathcore is fantastic. I'll tell you what, if you like deathcore, do yourself a favour. One day, when I'm in the mood, I'm going to write about this and I'm going to sing its praises. There's a record by a band called Eternal Lord that is very, very overlooked. Like they never got enough attention at the time, and then they underwent some lineup changes and really kind of like lost their steam. Go get an EP of theirs. Now this isn't going to work, is it? Oh yeah, it is. You want to get an EP of theirs. It's their debut EP. It's a 5-track record. And for the love of God of me, the name won't come to me. I think because it might be called Eternal Lord. If you like deathcore, you've got to listen to that record. It is, I think, one of the best deathcore records you can get. Seriously awesome. Awesome stuff. Okay, so... never got into deathcore, but man, do I love my metal, says Snake Eyes. Well, give it a try, man. You never know what you're going to like. Not every type of metal is for every metalhead, though. So if you give it a shot, it might be for you. Right, that'll do me. And then light blue or blue, I don't know. But what if we put this in the middle? Oh, that looks cool. And then our bucket of water goes on the top. And that is a hard little bump like that. Ha! Now that looks pretty cool, actually. But, you know, we've got to fill in the grounds, but it's so simple. It's so simple, but, you know, maybe we don't need to go too far of it. So, Dariana Potes says, I'm back, and oh, X is talking music live. Well, I'm glad if you like listening to me here talk about music, that's a good thing. I think some people don't like it too much. But yeah, Joel Kip says, I really disliked all the chord genres. I mean, like, sometimes you do dislike music. I would really give it a try again sometime. Like, always try and give it a try, because I think there's some really great stuff in metalcore. A band that I would sing the praises of are a band called Caliban from Germany. I think they produce some of the best like metalcore that you can get. There's also a lot of stuff that people don't like Killswitch Engage comes to mind. Often stuff with clean vocals in that like draw from the emo sort of screamo era. So a lot of people don't like that in metal, which is when someone says they don't like metalcore, I'd instinctively think like that would be someone who would think of like Killswitch Engage as the epitome of metalcore. RG Java says, I hope you enjoy Joy Division, right? I do. I love Joy Division. I put their records back on my phone the other day. I was doing a little shuffle of all the music, making sure I got lots of new stuff to listen to, and I saw Joy Division. I thought, man, I would like to listen to them again. I really like Closer. Closer was the one that did it for me. What's the first one called? Orgastic Pleasures or something? Or is that a Cradle of Filth record? I think that's a Cradle of Filth record. Something Pleasures. Oh, I really want to know what it's called now. Anyway, the first one never quite did it for me, but Closer is the record that does it for me. And that is a really moody, dark record. Like, the guy unfortunately killed himself at some point, and like a lot of that comes through on that record. Yeah, not one to listen to in all sorts of moods, you know. Let's grab these stone slabs. Why not? Let's try that. I don't even know what I'm doing now. You got me off on one. Just having a look here. Let's grab some stone from somewhere. Someone says, do you like John Mayer? Yeah, I like John Mayer. I haven't listened to his records in a long time though. Couldn't really comment. I can't quite remember it that well. I always thought metalcore was a bit childish. I was more into Scandinavian death and black metal. That Joel Kip, I can picture you in my mind. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me because they draw from different places. Go check out some of Caliban's earlier stuff. They've got some really like ferocious heaviness in there, and not a lot of that. Let's say maybe a bit more immature, or you might see it as immature sort of lyrical themes. They're pretty like on point, and I haven't seen them live yet. I can't believe it. Is Fozzy is here with a donation saying heavy metal music is too loud for me. Radio 2 will suit me fine. Haha. The Simple Fountain is very well simple yet affected. Love it. Guess you saw the XVS Stadium too. Shout out to all the helpers there. Yeah, big shout out to the helpers. Doing a bit of shouting out right now. Shout out to all the shout-outers who like to have their shout-outs shouted. Yeah, Fozzy's on about the stadium on the plot world. That turned out really great. Yes, I have seen it, Fozzy. It looks wonderful. You know I like my stadiums. Really cool to see that thing being built. And yeah, thank you for the donation, buddy. I hope you enjoy this stream. And I encourage you to try and get into a little bit more heavier music. Heavy music is good. It's good, believe me. What's this? You sound so happy, but you love dead metal. I've never heard anyone call it dead metal, and that sounds amazing. New form of genre right there. Yeah. Let me tell you a little secret. People who like extreme music may get associated with being aggressive people or unhappy, and it's just really not the case at all. It's often quite the opposite. A lot of people that listen to extreme music are actually quite like intelligent and articulate, and it's just one of those things. It seems like it's like noise. And it sort of is, but at the same time it's not. It really is proper full-on music that goes to places that regular music doesn't. So what about that? How's that looking? Leah Leia says, what about light music? Now, I'm a big fan of light music too. I love ambience. I love, you know, uplifting music too. I like all of it. It's all good. It's all fun to be had. I'm going to put some sea lanterns on either side there. Let's go get some sea lanterns. Also, what can we do to this without really doing a lot? I think I know a thing we could do. Oh, that's actually quite nice. Now that adds a fair bit without doing a lot. I reckon it should be a different colour though. I reckon we should go for black for those little things around there. What do you guys think? Or maybe white. We'll try white and black and we'll get some sea lanterns. So I've got to get some ink sacs, some more. Oh, Connor Welsh says, have you heard of Farmacon? Farmacon. Is that the Power Noise girl? The girl who makes extremely dark and vicious music? I have heard of her, and I've written a blog about her music as well. I really enjoy listening to stuff like that. Like, it's a certain time and place for it, but it can be pretty powerful stuff. Yeah, I think that's. I'm pretty sure that's who you're talking about. It's gotta be. Add some end rods. Great suggestion, but I don't have any, unfortunately. No end rods here. Right, so we're going to do black, we're going to do white, we're going to grab our sea lanterns, and we're going to pick up this little bit here with my spoon because it's got silk touch. So yeah. Ian Ballas says, gotta go now, really enjoyed the stream, X. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming by, man. I'll see you soon. Alright, hey, get out of it, you. Oh, I forgot the sea lanterns. Let's go get the sea lanterns. Snake Eyes says, a lot of metalheads like classical too, me included. That's because classical and metal are very similar. In sense of like mood and theatrics, they go to a really similar place. I have always liked classical music as well. What are we looking at here? Oh, sea lanterns, that was it. Hey X, do you like something like Chef's Special? It's Dutch, so you don't probably know it. I don't know it. It does sound vaguely familiar. But then again, I'm not sure what we're talking about. Is it a band? Joel Kip says, assume I tweeted you the band that I'm most impressed in the last 5 years. Do you know what? For me, like in terms of metal, very much like not really so into checking out the latest metal anymore. I kind of feel like I've heard so much of it that not too much impresses or surprises me anymore. But there was a band called Revocation that I really, really digged for quite a while, and then I sort of grew out of them a little bit and fell out of favour with some of their records. They would have been my, like, this is like the best metal band you can listen to sort of band, but not so much anymore. Yeah. I enjoy classical and metal too, says Swiss. I actually play the piano, that's awesome. Playing instruments be good, yeah? Is that also Silk Touch? It is. Assumes Keeper, of course it is. Hey, I'm sorry I'm late with the stream, but what's on the agenda? You are very late, my friend. We're at the end of the stream here, really. The agenda is now just finishing this, like, waterfall right here. Hey, look, this thing still freaks out when it's in front of, like that. It's like a mirror to what's on the... No, mirror? It's like a gateway. Seeing eye through to the other side. Or JD says, been using the fishing farm for ages, haven't got a mending book. Best way to get mending books is with villagers. That's actually really nice. I don't think I'm going to go with black. I'm going to tell you now, we'll go with white. Just lighter, it feels nicer here. X, what's the plans for the Guardian farm? The Guardian farm, if you watch my next video, or actually the one after the next, I talk a little bit about it. I'm going to make that part of my base. All of this area here is going to be part of my base, and I'm going to stay in this area. I was about to say Hermit Hills. Also, we got a resubscribe 6 months in a row, half a year. Lava Swimmer 54, thank you so much for your continued support. Really do appreciate it. Have a steak shuffle from me. There you go. What's this message here? Loosescape says, all like deep hip hop, metal, jazz, and blues are all really the same category. Not quite. I'd disagree with you. I find hip hop has a very urban vibe. Like, feels very connected to like what's going on, as opposed to metal is much more emotional and fantasy driven. Anyway, lots of opinions. Music. We talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about music. We talked about things, stuff and things. I don't know. And we got some things done, which is really good. But that is going to be it from me. This live stream, peeps. I really do appreciate all of you coming over here. Thank you for all of the donations, subscriptions, and continued support. All of you in the chat hanging out, watching, putting messages in chat, all of that good stuff. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, everyone. We're going to do a raid. We're probably going to raid False because I believe she's streaming on the server. And I have a new way of detecting who is live, which we're going to try and compare it to what we were using. Oh, so it says no one's live. Is False not live? Well, let's try the old way and see if it's wrong or it's right. Don't go anywhere just yet, peeps. You're all saying bye. Wait, we've got to do a raid. And oh, no one is online. Oh wow. Okay then. So I've got no one on my list, which means we can't raid anyone. So I guess all I can say is, you know, thanks, peeps. Go check out my channel on YouTube if you haven't seen it. Follow me on Twitter if you feel like doing that. And second channel as well if you want to get all of that little bite-sized Minecraft news whenever Jeb tweets a screenshot or something. I'll post those videos on that channel. Yeah, so that's it. Hope you all have a good one. See you later. Bye bye. Also, Zapdos just says, X learned how to use the follow button. That is actually true. I learned how to use it today. I never followed anyone because I didn't want emails about going live, and then today I found out I could use it for raiding. Anyway, see you later. Bye bye.